Alright. Let's get this base rolling.
Shouldn't the base stay still?
No, you need it to be mobile. Very important. I mean, I don't know how you do bases, but...
Usually my bases stay in one place.
Well, that's because you're strange.
Easier to defend a stationary target.
Maybe?
It allows you to dig in and, set up proper defenses.
Okay, fine. I guess I'll try that.
I mean, mobility has its benefits, but,
Why is this not capturing?
I imagine it
There
would
it is.
be far easier to make something that was robust and stationary than robust and mobile.
I mean, it depends what game you're playing, I guess.
I mean, true, there are, like, literal mobile walls in Warhammer, aren't there?
I'm not sure.
Like, tanks that you can line up in straight lines, and they're just effectively mobile shield walls.
Probably. Out of here. Yikes. Okay. Get rid of this thing. Can't be having this in the middle of my base. Wish my corrosive gun was a little stronger, though. Get that thing destroyed a bit faster. Oh well. Alright. Oops. Can't be doing that. It's outside of my cold zone. Hey. Do you mind? What's going on over here? Why are you here? Buggers are just popping out of nowhere. Huh. That's weird. I told it to sell that piece of the wall and it didn't. Bizarre. Oh well. Let's get these defenses set up and we'll move on to other spots. Alright, we got good power. Which we can expand even better soon.
Research completed.
Okay, so we got a lot of research going. Alright, turrets. Guess I can skip the flame turrets in here, huh?
Yeah?
So what were you streaming today, Kai?
I was just chilling out with people and taking a bit of a mental health day, because I had a really rough sleep cycle.
Oh, yeah.
And then I made the accidentally Grogu-sized Chibi Saber.
I don't know what is a Grogu? Is that the race that the Baby Yoda is?
That's his name.
His name? I don't think we know the name of the race, do we, actually?
I don't know.
At least I don't know anybody who knows that. Okay.
No, it simply says Yoda's species on,
Yeah, I don't think anybody knows. I'm not sure if anybody in universe knows, other than themselves. Oh, there's a geothermal there. Nice. You don't get very many of those in the volcanic zone. Probably not a lot of water left. Okay, so... Oh, there's more cobalt in here. Not cobalt, titanium. The other rare thing. I don't need it at first, though, but I might expand out that way later. Okay, so let's see. I want...
There's only 3 beings in the entire canon of Star Wars that are the same species, and each one of them have been incredibly powerful in the Force and are referred to almost exclusively as Yoda's species.
I feel like it's probably one of those things where only they know what their own species is called, and they're not telling anybody. It's the vibe I'm getting, anyway.
We don't even technically seem to know where they're from.
That won't block that.
I'm detecting a large group of creatures heading towards our position.
I think we've got some defenses built then, but I don't have any down there. Alright. Guess I can finish this section at least.
Okay, I have some of the weirdest metrics on Twitch, I gotta say. And I'm so confused by how to make sense of it all. Like, I had an above average viewer count. I had more unique viewers than I generally have. A maximum viewers of 8 at one time. And yet I ended up not rating because nobody was watching.
Well, you know, based on who's there at the end, right?
It's just so confusing, like... I even sort of joked about some of the people that were coming in and leaving, you know, a few seconds later, because I was able to see the count go up and down and fluctuate. I said that, you know, I average about 350 unique viewers every day. If you'd stick around for, you know, an hour, I could make sure that you had, you know, the ability to choose what quality you watch my streams at in a very short period of time.
Mhm.
It's like,
You average 350? That's pretty awesome.
give or take, yeah. But that's unique viewers, and they're there and then they're gone. It's like, stick around, guys. You're not gonna be able to tell what I'm about in 12 seconds.
Yep. I know that feel.
I was 3D printing parts for a chibi saber while discussing electromagnetism in a hot tub.
That's a combination of things.
Like, you're not going to get the full...
Oh, you're gonna get fur, alright.
You're not gonna get the full depth of my stream in 12 seconds. It can't happen.
Yeah. That's the way it is, though. Still, you're getting a lot of initial draw, at least. You're getting literally 10 times my average. That is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I just wish I had more staying power. I don't know, I'm trying to figure out exactly what that secret sauce is. It's like I keep getting individual pieces.
You know what? I can work with this. There, let's do it like this.
Oh, we even had a really good conversation about just V-streaming in general and how certain... or not just V-streaming, but really just the idea of, you know, the personality of different kinds of people on the platform, not just streamers, but I don't know if you caught this one time, but one of the times I was in Ricky's channel. Ricky has personality. I don't think anybody would say otherwise. He's got incredible personality. He's just a great dude.
Tons of it.
But one of his viewers just randomly started complaining because apparently somebody that they used to watch or something decided to be a V-streamer, and it's like, what the fuck, Twitch? I never followed a V-streamer, ugh, and just, it was like, and like almost immediately, and you know, props to Ricky on this, so he said, whoa, wait a minute. There are some really cool V-streamers out there, and he mentioned me personally. It was like, and that was really cool of him to do. But he's got personality, so he doesn't have to punch people down.
Yeah.
But not only that, he used his personality to do the exact opposite.
To help out, yeah.
Which he absolutely didn't need to do.
He's like that, though.
Yeah, for sure. But there seems to be a lot of, like, that sort of personality thing, or lack thereof, that this other individual had. It's just, you know, oh, well, you know, I don't get it, so I'm gonna punch it down. It's, well...
Yeah,
what about it don't you get? Because, you know, not all V-streamers are the same.
I mean, they're probably just saying that they don't understand why somebody would, you know, want to represent themselves as a cartoon rather than either themselves or just no camera. But I mean, so what if you don't understand it? It doesn't mean it's bad.
It looks like some of
Maybe
these
it's not even your thing. You know.
Interesting.
Let it
We
be
should go
a
and
thing.
investigate
Other
that
people
area.
like it, so let them like their thing.
It was just a really neat conversation, a very interesting social commentary in general, and I mean, that's the kind of stuff that I do, and it I don't know, it's just sort of a weird set that I fall into that I haven't quite figured out the metric on, because it gives me such
Yeah.
mixed results.
I gotta figure out how to get this 350 average in the first place.
I just wish it were average viewers instead of, you know, unique viewers.
Yeah.
Actually, today's unique viewers was up from last time by about 12. But then the next time I'll do it, it'll be like, you know, unique viewers 15, maybe. Because sometimes it just be that way.
Yeah. I mean, I'm happy when I get above 5.
Some days I get 3.
Yeah.
On the really bad days, I don't get any, but again...
Well, I don't know what I'm at right now because it says 1, and that's not possible because you and I are both here. So...
Right. I don't know, it's just very strange metrics. I'm not entirely sure how they work, or... At the very least, I don't know how they work for me. So I surely couldn't tell you how they're working for you.
Well, one thing I've noticed is I've been trying to stream games that I previously would have rejected the idea of streaming, such as this one. Like, I would have thought that, hey, this game in maybe Satisfactory or something else might be a bit slow-paced for something like this, but then my views seem to be up a little bit in general. Not massively, but, you know, try to stream things that maybe wouldn't seem like obvious streaming choices normally, because the games that are obvious games to stream, all the big people are streaming already. All the views are going there instead of elsewhere, you know? Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Part of that is because Twitch does not have a very organic way of finding streamers.
Yeah. And I think a lot of the times if people are looking for big
surprised.
popular games, they do a search for the game and then they find the big streamer who's already got tons of people. It doesn't really necessarily need the help, but that's how the algorithm finds viewers. Or finds streams for people. It's like, well, here's like a really popular stream that's doing that game you're looking for.
It's very, very non-organic.
There's a definite discoverability problem. I think they're trying to work on that, but I don't know how much time that will take and how effective it will be.
I don't know if it's almost too late for the platform, though, for that to even work, because it was set up to work this way, and it works this way pretty well for the people that it's supposed to work this way for.
I seems we did 2 gates right next to each other. That was silly. Oh well.
Well, now you have one gate that is a dedicated in, and one that is a dedicated out.
Sure, why not?
And you can forget which one is which. And that'll be fun.
Every time. Yep, guaranteed. These guys praising the sun over here. Makes sense.
Oh, there are
though,
lava
really.
monsters, they would.
Yeah. You got that fire bias going on.
Warning.
Yeah,
My radar
I think I'm
is
largely going to
tracking
try to
a
stick to playing
its
games
flight
that are,
trajectory ends very close to our location.
well,
Prepare
especially
for
streaming games that are
bombardment.
either obscure or older. Like new and popular, I'm going to avoid.
This
Because
looks
there's
like
no
a nest
point,
of some sort.
really.
We should clear it out and reduce the strength of hostile attacks.
You know what there is an absolutely
There's a lot of them
massive
inside. This might be
fan
difficult.
base on Twitch for? It blew my mind when I learned this. Chess.
Not surprised.
That kind of did
Not
surprise
surprised
me.
at all.
Because I
People
didn't
love
think
chess.
that chess was that big.
In this area, I and improve our chances of
Not
survival.
on
Chess,
Twitch
chess is
anyway.
crazy
Every
massive.
bit helps.
Like,
The
I know
rock
that chess is
over.
big. I
That
used
was
to play it.
intense.
Used to be pretty fucking good at it too, but
I don't like it
I
much,
didn't-
but
I didn't
lots
think
of
it
people
was
do.
like
Whoa.
I didn't think it was Twitch big. And yes, whoa, that was a lot of purple.
I mean, it wouldn't have jumped to mind, but if asked, I would have said, yeah, probably. Personally, I prefer Go.
Sudoku's pretty big too.
Sudoku?
Strangely
I
enough.
guess it would be.
Yeah.
I've never played it, and I don't care to, but... I like Go. Go is fun.
Can't say as I've ever played Go.
The thing I like about Go is that it is one of those things that is perhaps a cliche, but true. Easy to learn, hard to master kind of thing. Like, the rules are really simple. Game mechanics are really simple. But there's a lot of hidden depth in there that you start discovering as you play. And wrap your head around the dynamics of things.
There's actually a chess variant called Yalta. That is very much the same because it has the exact same rules as chess, but the strategy is totally different because instead of having 2 players, it has 3.
Ah, yes. I've seen that. I've also seen a 4-player one. And
Great
there's
kingdoms.
one variant I've played that's very silly, but I've noticed has a bit of a problem mechanically, but... Have you ever heard of Chaos Chess?
No.
It's chess that is also a card game.
Huh.
So think of something that's vaguely like Magic the Gathering, but more watered down. So basically, you're playing chess, but you also have a hand of cards that have various different effects. And you can play one card every turn.
Okay.
And they can alter the game in weird ways, like you can like one card blows up one of your pieces so that the piece dies, but every piece around it also dies. There's one piece that lets another piece jump over an obstruction. So let's say like there's a piece across the board that you really want your rook to zoom over and take, but there's another piece in the way. You can use this card to make your rook jump over the piece in the way, and take the piece behind it. Stuff like that.
I wouldn't think that that'd be an issue for a rook as long as it were a straight line. You could take them both out.
Well, no, because you can only... Well, it would take 2 turns to do that, though, and you might lose the rook in between, right? Because you can only take one piece at a time. Whereas this would let you just get straight to the important piece immediately. But, problem with the game I've noticed after playing it a few times is because of the way that the cards change the gameplay, games almost always end in both sides having 1 or 2 pieces left, and then you end up at a stalemate. Most of the time. But it's kind of a crazy ride on the way there. Chaos is an accurate name for this thing.
One of those games, it's not about the ending, it's about the journey.
It ends up being that way, yeah. It's a
The,
fun idea in general.
The 4-player chess, though, that one's kind of questionable if it's exactly the same game, because the board is different. Now, granted, you know, the board is different with Yalta too, but there are... Basically, the board with 4-player chess is plus-shaped rather than square.
Yeah, because you need to have little safer starting areas for everybody, because you're surrounded.
Right. So, the center of the board is your standard chess set, and it's got 2 extra rows on each side.
Yeah.
And the changes that that makes to the rules is actually pretty significant. Like, bishops actually become almost useless in 4-player chess.
Which is weird to think about, because they're such a big deal normally.
An aggressive horse
Right?
is amassing near our base.
But because they're offset. That offset is a huge thing.
Yeah, you have to get them... You have to get them out of their little starting nooks to some degree to be more useful.
And it's a lot harder to do that, too.
Yeah.
But in Yalta, even though it has a different board shape, the general design of the board is not any different. So you don't have anything that's offset. So all of the pieces are equally as powerful as they would be in typical chess. Which, that makes... Honestly, Yalta is terrifying to play because it is just non-stop.
Also, another thing that occurs to me is the planning will be more frantic in a way as well, because when you make a move, you don't, normally your opponent gets to make one move and then you get to respond, but now you're taking 4 times the risk because you make a move and now 3 other things are going to happen before you get a turn again.
Yeah.
The attacks against our outposts
sure,
are increasing in
each
strength
player
and
only gets to
numbers.
make one
We
move
should build up
individually,
more advanced
so you can
defensive
see
towers
what's
to
gonna
protect our base. This
you can still
area
see all the
is very
potential,
rich in
but
resources, so we can establish additional mining
there's just so
bases
much more
if
that's
we
going
need
to
to
happen
expand our economy.
before your next turn, in general. I would think that would make things a lot more scary.
Absolutely. And you've... people who play professional chess, those people are already just fucking computers, but
Yeah.
to play a game like Yalta, to think so many turns ahead in literally two different directions.
Yeah, I can't do that, which is also why 3D chess melts my brain just to even consider.
Oh, 3D chess. I remember
Like, I've looked
playing
at 3D chess and I'm just like, fucking nope. Nuh-uh. Get that away from me.
3D chess is definitely a trip. Though,
What's
fun
even
fact...
scarier, I don't remember what it's called, but I know there's a game that is, like a video game possibly on Steam, I'm not sure, but it's essentially, I guess you could call it 4D chess, not in the memeing way, but because it's actually regular 2D chess, but also with some sort of time element, like with time manipulation and like alternate timelines. Like you end up with like 10 different boards going at once, and they affect each other in weird ways.
Yeah, it's like you have to think about not only where the piece is, but where the piece was and where it could be.
Right, and like alternate timelines are springing out from it, and God, I'm not even gonna try. Like, my brain is starting to boil a little bit just trying to describe it to you.
Yeah.
And I saw Jesse Cox play that once with a friend, and they had no idea what was going on. They were playing it against each other, and neither one of them had played it before. God, it was madness. And I think there was even some time rewind you could do in some... Oh, I don't know what the fuck was going on. Absolute madness.
So, fun fact about 3D chess, though. Star Trek The Next Generation, the first time a lot of people were exposed to the idea of 3D chess. A lot of the actors and actresses, that was their first time, too.
But they had to pretend they knew what was going on.
Well, at first. But here's the fun fact. They actually learned how to play it. And in a lot of those scenes where they're playing it, they're actually playing a genuine game of 3D chess.
Nice.
Which is kind of cool. It's like they enjoyed it enough, or the concept of it enough, that they actually learned how to play.
That is very cool.
Warning. I detected a nearby volcano explosion. Prepare for
Great.
volcanic rock.
No, you don't say.
Well, there's a difference between being in a volcanic area and one of them actually erupting, but, you know, not the biggest shock either.
We're getting hit by volcanic bombs.
No, we're being targeted by volcanic bombs. Trying not to get hit.
Targeted by volcanic bombs. So these are smart volcanoes.
On this planet, they've got walking rocks that attack me. That they might be. Considering how many of these things keep coming down near me and not on the other side of the screen from me, yeah, maybe.
That's a fair statement.
I would not put it past this planet to pull shit like that. Also, it started just as I was about to build an expansion to my base, too.
The threat has passed.
Uncanny
Assess the
timing.
damage.
Alright,
This planet has DM horseshit.
yes. Yes, it does.
Rah,
It's
rah, rah,
made of
rah,
damn
rah.
horseshit. Alright, might as well tap into this titanium too, it's so close. Okay. Which means... Actually, wait. Destroy this. Yeah, okay.
So did you hear that they found the face of Jesus in Antarctica?
Oh, was it on a slice of toast again?
No, it was on Google Earth.
Did somebody just, like, try it or something?
Nope, it appears to be some sort of rock and ice structure.
I bet the Christians are going nuts.
Actually, here's an interesting thing for you to consider. NASA just recently hired just boatloads of clergy from various religious sects.
Go on.
Well, that's kind of interesting, isn't it? You know, like, just randomly, just a large number, like more than 20 religious powers and clergy members are now employed by NASA.
It's pretty weird.
I can really only think of one reason they would do something like this. And it might be a little bit far-fetched, depending on, you know, your view of the universe, but what better way to prepare the world, which is the majority of the world is religious in one fashion or another, to accept the fact that we aren't alone in the universe than to tell religious leaders that, yeah, we've confirmed it at this point, we have life out there.
Yeah? And, in a case like that, you want the church on your side rather than opposed to you.
Exactly. It's like, here, we have proof. You need to get your people ready so there isn't, you know, panic. It's a crazy concept, but it's the only thing I can think of that a scientific institution would hire more than 20 clergy members.
More than one. More than zero.
I mean, having a couple on hand, sure, but, like...
I can't see why.
Astronauts have their own belief systems, of course, and...
Sure, but having them hired by the company, though, that's the thing. That's weird.
The military has clergy. Why not?
That's true.
But to just...
That's probably more of a morale thing, though.
Exactly. But, like, to just randomly hire so many out of the blue, it's the only thing I can think of. And who knows, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's some other reason for this, but... various religions from around the world, and just so many of them all at once, that leads me to think that they're planning to tell the world something, and they're kind of afraid of how the world is going to react.
I mean, that would be kind of awesome.
I mean, I personally think that there's no fucking way that we're alone in the universe.
No, it boggles the mind to think how that could, like, potentially limitless numbers of planets, and only one of them has sentient life? No. There's no way.
No fucking way. We may not necessarily understand what that life is. It may not even be carbon-based.
Will we even meet it ever? Maybe not, but it's gotta exist somewhere. It's gotta.
Exactly.
How could it not?
It's absolutely beyond any stretch of the imagination to think that we could be the only life in this vast sea of stars.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way. At least I can't fathom it.
Right.
If we are, holy shit, but...
I just can't logically see how.
I can't either. Mathematically, it seems entirely unlikely.
Inconceivable.
In this case, that is the proper use of that word.
Yes, exactly.
We still have some
I mean,
it's
a meme from the movie, but it's a word that has proper usage. He just doesn't understand how to use it in the movie.
Operation must have disturbed a lot of them. We're going to need advanced defense towers to repel these creatures.
Shit.
Also, let's not forget about setting up minefields on the critical paths toward our outpost.
You know what? Kudos to the voice actress there. She sounded legitimately worried. Okay. Oh, you know what? I have titanium rolling in now. I can actually start using minigun towers. These things put in some fucking work, let me tell you. Although the one advantage to the Sentinel towers is they cost more energy to run, but they don't actually use ammo because they shoot energy blasts. Miniguns, you have to actually manufacture ammo for these things. But that means they use less energy. But they put out some serious damage, which is why they cost rare materials to make.
There's a word I haven't read in fucking forever.
Hmm?
Indefatigable.
Oh yeah. That's a rare one.
That's a good fucking word.
It's a good one.
It was used on this this article about the face of Jesus spotted in Antarctica on Google Earth.
Well, it is definitely difficult to make a giant stone face tired.
Okay, so it was talking about the indefatigable UFO researcher Scott Waring.
Okay. Good for him. Either way.
Who is looking for potential evidence of ancient alien activity on the frosty continent.
Air visibility is back to normal.
Oh man, I still have 3 minutes to prepare for the attack. This is going to be nuts. You know what? I'm going to do a quick save game here. In case I get steamrolled. I won't have to go back too far. I think I'm good though. These miniguns are going to make a big difference. I have some good towers set up. Aside from that, maybe heavy artillery in. I've got drone towers, but I don't know how effective they are because it's hard to gauge them. You know what? Screw it. Oh wait, I can't do heavy artillery because they require supercharged plasma to run, and I don't have a source of that right now. Those things must be super useful though. Damage 1000. Okay. What's the regular artillery? Damage. 90. Okay. So heavy artillery is like 11 times as effective as regular artillery. But that's why it uses uranium, I think. You know what? Let's toss in some regular artillery towers just to add some more booms.
Now, funnily enough, I actually do know the name Scott Waring, and he's a bit of a nut, but, in the entertaining way.
Ah.
Though not in any way that makes me think that he's legitimate in any way, shape, or form.
Oh, I see.
I'm sure he believes what he believes, and
Rather
that's
than
totally
trolling, you
okay.
mean?
Right, but I think he's just a little bit not quite there.
Hmm. Look, he's not saying like it was aliens, but it was aliens.
Oh no! Oh no! You want to hear his post here on this?
I mean, memeing aside, he probably is saying it's aliens.
Yes, he absolutely is. Since I was messing with Google Earth Map when I found something strange, I found a buried location of an ancient alien structure. Like, first sentence, right there.
Okay, first of all, how did you find it on Google Earth if it's buried?
I can sense the ground
He gets into that.
I estimate a few thousand
When I
creatures
changed the
running
time
around
of the
base.
photos, an earlier photo reveals an airport runway freshly made, dozens of
We made
trailers
all the
and
preparations
tractors,
that we could.
and it looks
Let's
like the
go out
mountain
and
was
meet
being
them.
excavated by scientists and military. I believe they found an ancient alien structure under the snow and ice. Also, I found the face of Jesus near the excavation site. The face is that of a male with long hair, beard, mustache, long face, and a crown of thorns around his head, not to mention that his eyes, nose, chin, and cheeks are all clearly showing. These two locations are also close to a standing dark figure I found last year on the snowy mountains. It's
Yeah,
the
look at that
figure
minigun go.
right?
Yeah, get him, boy.
Very quick. Yeah, it's the figure of a huge bipedal being that could only be
Is there a
alien.
picture?
There is, yes.
Does it look as much like Jesus as those images on the toast used to?
It's a stretch.
Give me a link to the photo. Like, not the whole article. Just give me the photo. I want to see this nonsense.
There you go.
Alright, hold on. Yeah, definitely questionable, but better than the toast, Jesus.
It is better than the toast Jesus. He goes on to say that it can't be just a coincidence that all these pieces of evidence are so close to each other. I believe they're all related and build on the theory that ancient aliens once inhabited Antarctica.
And worship Jesus, or were Jesus.
Oh no, I'm not. Joe, just you wait. Oh, in the video, I don't label the title Jesus Face, and I didn't say Jesus. I wanted to ask the viewers who they thought it was. This way, we get a consensus on whose face it is, not just my personal opinion. I asked people in the video to tell me in the comments below who the face is. And one more thing, ... Jesus was an alien who came to Earth to instill morals and rules to help the chaotic early humans rise to enlightenment.
I mean, he's got a lot of data there. It's hard to argue with. Looks like my decision to build extra pieces of wall there was a good idea. Of course, it was the most vulnerable section of my base. And it turns out that it had fucking metal golems coming at it, so yeah.
I'm not detecting any large groups of creatures in the vicinity of our base. We've fended off the attack.
Nothing is easy in this place. Intense heat, volcanic rock bombardment, walking stone giants, and swarms of fire-breathing snakes. Can it get any harder than this?
We have
Stop
gathered
jinxing
enough
it.
titanium to construct the quantum gate stabilizer. We should return to HQ to start the construction process.
This outpost will remain as a permanent base of operations. We can even build up more mines and factories here to boost our economy. All of the resources that are produced here will be automatically transferred to our HQ.
Oh man.
As long as
The wall
Orbital
was 4
Center is
thick over here,
operational,
and they still got through
long-distance
it.
rift travel and transportation are not possible without it.
Spicy.
Very spicy. See, I told you, right? It's right in the title. I knew the titanium was going to be spicy today. Okay, let's repair this. At least most of it. I don't need it to be 4 thick anymore, but at least get it ready to give decent performance again if I need it to be. I might need to come back and beef up the titanium production later. Maybe. Or maybe not, in which case, great, but... Alright, let's see. Got the amount of titanium I need to build the final portal, but I'm also going to be using it on weapons and turrets, so who knows. Alright, how's science coming along? Slow, but of course it is. Alright, let's nudge that. Wait, really? Okay, never mind. Leave that there. Okay. Alright, so we got cobalt rolling in, we got titanium rolling in. Uranium's rolling in, so now we just gotta work on the palladium. Although, I'll give that guy who did the article credit for one thing, at least. At least he phrased it as, what do you guys think it is, rather than trying to tell people what to think it is.
Right?
Although, I mean, I think we all know what he thought it was already, but, you know. At least he was polite about it.
Yeah, and it's fair and kind of cool that he worded it that way and then didn't post the article until after the video went live to make that happen. That was cool of him.
Palladium deposits nearby. Warning. Acidic yeast
But
activity
it's
is very
pretty
high.
obvious where his biases
Okay,
lie.
let's look for
Yeah.
an easily defendable position near a palladium deposit. And
Besides,
remember
we
to
all
build our
know-
base on anti-corrosive floor
We all know
tiles.
that Jesus
This
was
biome is
actually
not going to give
the
up its
Emperor of
resources
mankind.
easily.
Once we establish a permanent outpost, we could also try
And he
to
hails
destroy
from,
the roots
Center
of
Earth,
acidic
obviously.
yeast colonies. That should stop
He is a
them from
reptilian,
spreading
Emperor.
further.
That could adversely change
The Emperor is not
ecological
some
balance
filthy
of this
Xeno.
biome.
How dare
Let's
you?
treat that option as a last resort.
No, it's funny that in 40k lore, the majority of world religions were actually spawned by sightings of the being who would one day become known as the Emperor. Because he's been around for almost as long as mankind has been. Like, he comes from a culture that doesn't exist anymore. For us. Never mind for the year 40,000. But everything
will
is big and
say-
bombastic in that storyline, so hey. Sorry, what?
I will say that the other pictures that he has are kinda funky. Like, I'm not sure that I could explain what these are. Other than the airstrip. I mean, I know an airstrip when I see one, but the other pictures?
Just imagine if it turns out that this guy was right. Like, exactly what he said is exactly what it is.
Except for the whole Jesus thing. I'm not ready to jump on board that one.
Well, I'm not saying I'm jumping on board, but just imagine. If that's what it was.
Like, I'll send you the other thing, too, that he's posting as his evidence that there's something there. And there's very clearly an airstrip and some sort of activity there. And people hanging around that weird ribbed structure. But
For her pleasure?
I couldn't fucking tell you what that ribbed structure is either.
I mean, that one thing is very much a straight line.
Yeah, that the straight line is gonna be your airstrip, and then you have
Yeah.
travel to and from in that loop.
Yeah. But then
But that
the loop looks like it connects to something that almost looks like a crash site. And then
It
farther
could
over
be.
from there, some sort of like shit. What do they call it? The hangars, like an aircraft hangar or something.
It'd be a really weird looking hangar.
Or like a longhouse of some sort. Something. It's a weird
It's
picture.
Just a little bit weird. Like, I couldn't tell you what that shit is either, other than the airstrip, but who knows?
Even that could be something else. But it could definitely be an airstrip as well. It's a weird picture that is hard to just explain off, isn't it?
It is. I'm definitely willing to say that that's an airstrip, because I've seen so many of them from space.
Oh, for sure. If somebody told me that they landed there, like, or it landed a person or a drone and we investigated it, it's definitely an airstrip, I would say, oh, yeah, okay. But whose? Like, there's sort of shenanigans going on down there. Somewhere. So we watched something during the podcast today that I cannot make up my mind whether it was serious or satire.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Rays.
That's always entertaining.
Whoa, whoa. Anyway, have you heard of the YouTube video called Cryptoland?
No, I can't say as I have.
It's supposedly some sort of, like, beautiful resort island that is, like, tied into all the people who are big into cryptocurrency stuff. Like, madly obsessed with it.
Enemy creatures are closing in. Get ready to fight.
And it may, I'm not sure if it's supposed to be real or virtual, like a VR thing. But they have like this 10-minute video, like, advertising it.
Huh.
And then at first I was like, I think this is maybe satire making fun of, like, hardcore crypto bros. But then the comments on YouTube are disabled, which usually implies that it's super serious and they don't want anybody making fun of them. I don't know, it's weird.
It exists. It is real.
Take a look at that video. Like I'm sure the thing exists. I just don't know if the advertising video was serious or a mockery of it. And after watching the video, I'm still not sure.
Air humidity and wind speed. A fog is forming up.
You're super tired, Rays. Long day.
This fog is very dense. It's affecting
Also, the YouTube video channel we found it on, that was the only video on the channel.
It shouldn't last for long.
It was absolutely bizarre.
The fog is clearing up. This will make things easier for us.
Yeah, we also caught another couple of videos from that ordinary sausage guy. Interesting couple of entries today. There was a mustard sausage.
Uh-oh.
Just mustard in a sausage casing. It went about the way you'd expect.
I don't know what I think about that.
And one of them, which had a confusing name, reverse spaghetti sausage.
What?
Exactly. So what they did is he made like I'm not sure if he's using pork or beef, but he made some spaghetti, like some ground meat to make like a spaghetti meat. They put some seasonings and stuff right in the meat, right? Mm-hmm. And then put that through the sausage casing machine. Got that all done up. But then once he had these ground meat sausages with the seasonings in them, he then took some dry sticks of spaghetti noodles and basically poked them in to the sausages, so they were like going through the sausages like multiple skewers in one sausage, and put it in boiling water to cook the noodles that way with the sausage as well. And then at the end he put spaghetti sauce in the pan once the water was gone. So It was very weird.
You think?
And it came out. You give it a 2.5 out of 5. The main problem was that the part of the spaghetti noodle that was inside the sausage didn't cook thoroughly, so it was still crunchy inside.
Warning.
Which is probably not
Detecting an
surprising.
imminent acid eruption. Ashley, prepare yourself.
Otherwise, not a terrible idea. Although I question how much flavor the meat would have, being that it was cooked by being
The
immersed
ground
in
is
boiling
opening
water
up. Watch out for corrosive gas.
and not browned at any point. You should have browned it first, come to think of it. But, I mean, the video's there for anybody who wants to see how this process went. And I suggested to Lev that, alongside checking out ordinary sausage now and then, we could also add a similar, but also very different,
The eruption
but
is
similar
over.
in concept
The situation
channel
is stabilizing.
alongside it. And I introduced him to the knife smith, who makes knives out of weird shit. We didn't have time to watch the video because we were already over time, but I gave him the link to the world's sharpest knife made out of sand in my microwave. So far, I've only looked at the tofu knife and the bread knife. By which I mean, as you might guess, knife made of bread. Not necessarily knife made for cutting bread, although he did that with it as well.
A bread knife to cut bread.
Mm-hmm.
Made out of bread.
Yes, the handle was also bread. It was like
Nice.
one of those twisty baguettes for the handle. Because why not, right? Ah! Lots of things came the fuck out of nowhere. Goddamn artillery slugs. Yeah. It'd be a good critter to have, like... Imagine a real-time strategy game where instead of military units, it's just, like, weird mutated animals. You could have these giant slugs as your artillery pieces.
That'd be
That would
cool.
work. God, I hate exploring this map. It is so dangerous. But I also don't know where I need to put my outpost yet, because I haven't found a good spot. So how's snow today?
Well, I ended up oversleeping due to waking up with a awful migraine, so I missed Kai's stream.
Ugh. Yeah, I overslept a little myself. I basically had just enough time to get up and have a shower before having to join the call for the podcast today.
I'm detecting a large group of creatures heading towards
And
our position.
I just woke up from I guess I fell asleep again.
Nah, that would never happen to you.
So something that I found here on Cryptoland, it says, from the evidence in front of me, I can only arrive at two potential hypotheses. The first is that this is a scam. The people behind Cryptoland will get as much of the cash as possible before shutting down and disappearing with the money. The second is they truly believe in this project and are dangerously misguided. If this is the case, it's likely Cryptoland will end up as a humanitarian crisis that makes the Fire Festival look like a walk in the park.
I should note that there were a bunch of things in the video saying scam, which is part of what makes me think that it was a mockumentary / parody.
Except everything that I see here, it's not.
Again, the video, not Cryptoland itself. Like, I don't know if this video was made by the people who are making Cryptoland.
It was, yes.
Okay. Have you seen any of the video I'm talking about? Like the really bad CGI and everything?
No, not yet.
It's so confusing.
Though apparently somebody who went into the Discord server around Cryptoland said, I don't doubt that people have confidence in the project, nor do I necessarily doubt that the intent isn't genuine. My questions are basically, does anyone else find this video really cringy, or is that on purpose? And also, where is the NPC-related Cryptoland coverage that's advertised on the website?
It's the on-purpose part is the question. It is absolutely cringy beyond any doubt.
Which says here, by one of the founders, I'm guessing, said, I'm not sure why you would find the video cringy. It was likely designed to have an element of fun or humor in it.
Well, it was trying to. It failed horribly.
Different strokes for different folks, I guess, is the thing that they're going off of.
Yeah, it's true. Some people have a sense of humor and some don't.
You figure that, they're saying that this could be worse than the Fire Festival. That's something.
I don't even know what that is, so...
Okay, so the Fire Festival was a luxury music festival founded by Billy McFarland and Ja Rule.
Ugh. There's your first warning sign.
Billy McFarland actually ended up getting 5 years in prison for fraud on this.
The weather's
And
changing.
basically it was
Wind is slowing
created
down.
with the intent of promoting the company's Fire app. F-Y-R-E.
Ah.
And the thing is that these tickets were, like, ridiculously expensive. Like, I want to say that they were like $1,000 a piece, right? They sold 8,000 tickets.
Oh goodness.
Damn. Making bank.
So, when you look at that and you're like, they're saying that if this is genuine and they actually believe in what they're doing, it could be a humanitarian problem that makes the Fire Festival look like nothing.
Oh, geez.
A flash in the pan, for lack of a better word.
Could be.
They're actually saying it would be more dangerous if they actually believe in it than if it's a scam.
It would have more lasting harm in that way.
This is one of those cases like, geez, I hope it's a scam, because... fuck.
Yeah, it's just kind of... It's both scary and sad to think of it being serious.
Wind currents are returning back to regular strength. Wind
Also, they had
turbine power
weird
production
phrases they kept
is
using
returning
over and
to
over
nominal
again,
levels.
which I'm guessing must be, like, crypto bro type memes or something. Like, they used the phrase "to the moon" 4 or 5 times.
That's a reference to Dogecoin.
Is it?
Yeah, Dogecoin, well, to the moon and to Mars are variations of the same phrase, and
They did say
basically,
something about Mars at one point as well.
Dogecoin is the first cryptocurrency that Elon Musk backed.
Okay, so that's why there's Mars jokes then.
Exactly.
Is that why Doge got so big? Is because of his backing?
Yep.
Mhm.
Fuck, I wish I had some before that happened. One of those situations is like, shit, Musk, can you back a real cryptocurrency, please? Can you back Ethereum, or, I don't know.
His backing made it real.
Can you back something that's already established that I already have, invested in, so I can, ride that wave a little?
What would the fun of that be for him? But, I mean, who could have taken a completely joke coin and made it into an actual big deal other than him? He's like the only 1%er that meme lords love.
I am firmly...
Unironically.
I'm firmly of the belief that Elon Musk is chaotic neutral.
Oh, for sure.
Because sure, he's doing a lot of good for everyone, honestly, but
he's mostly just fucking around for fun.
There are definitely situations where he does things and it's just like, he literally does it to watch the world burn just a little bit.
Yeah. Although, speaking of D&D alignments, I think I've mentioned it a little bit before, but despite how I know how you feel about Pathfinder in general, the latest Pathfinder game that came out did a really, really good job with some of their character alignments in their NPCs.
Oh, yeah?
Oh.
Because, I mean, in a game like that, you have to, if you're going to have a lot of pre-made characters be party members, you're going to have to put in a variety of alignments of them so that, there's representation for any kind of party. Like, there's a neutral party, there's a good party, there's an evil party. And you still have to have reasons for the evil party to still want to save the world, right?
Right.
Beyond the fact that they, there's still the self-interest of, well, I live here, I don't want to be invaded by demons. But they put in a lot of nuance in the evil characters. Like, some of them were straight up, I get my hands dirty for the greater good types. One of my favorite characters in the party
Prepare for an ion
is Lawful
storm.
Evil. And he's a glorious bastard. He's just like, he's a hard-ass military leader.
The Iron Storm has started.
Who just like
All
goes to a
sensors are
crazy
down.
level on
A
discipline.
lot of our equipment has been disabled. We have to wait until the storm
But all in the
passes.
name of, strength and opposing demon invasions. Like, we have to be this hard because they're worse. And he takes, like, pragmatism to an extreme that is basically earns him the half of his alignment of being evil. But he's not, like, malicious, he's just
The number of charged particles has
practical to the level
increased.
of
Equipment functioning
being
is
a
returning
cold-hearted
back
son
to
of a
normal.
bitch. And knowing that worse will happen if he doesn't. And it's interesting. He's a great character. And there's even the added layer to it of, in the Pathfinder world setting, they lean more into the Fey angle of things than D&D normally does with Fey creatures. In that the player character gnomes in Pathfinder are considered to be descendants of creatures from the Fey realm. And they have a potential ailment that they have called the bleaching, where if they don't revel in just chaos and fun enough, they start to wither and die. And this guy is a gnome who is completely cold and calculating at all times. and it is killing him.
Well
He is like leaning heavily into the bleaching, and he knows it, and he's doing it anyway because it has to be done.
Well done.
Well, I have been
Really interesting
alerted
character.
for dinner, so I
All right.
have to go. I will be back.
All right. And this poison mushroom field has grown too much already. What? Swarm missiles should actually do a good job here. Let's try that. The reason I'm destroying all this stuff, I don't remember if you were here when I discussed this on a previous stream, Snow. This stuff I'm destroying here will just keep regrowing and spreading all over the place. It could take over the whole map if I don't destroy it. You see how there's some bigger nodes in the middle of it all?
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones that spread it.
Ah.
So if I destroy those, it should help, but sometimes they spread more of themselves as well. And it's actually, the game actually got to a point once, I think they may have fixed it in a patch, but I don't feel like risking it. It got to a point once where I could not save the game because there were too many objects on the map. And you can't leave the map without saving it first, so your game essentially soft-locked itself. And if you can't destroy these things fast enough, they might spread faster than you're destroying it. Like, there are other places where it's spreading right now. Some of the stuff I destroyed is growing in behind me as we speak. To at least some degree. I'm hoping to cut this field down before it gets so bad that it takes over most of the map. I'm starting to think it might be too late for that already, though. Hopefully the patch that fixed the saving problem is working.
I'm detecting a large group of creatures heading towards our position.
Yeah, I think it's a bit too late. Alright, I'll just continue scouting for a base location. Thankfully I have a way to stop it from spreading. I can put down special anti-corrosion floor tiles that they can't grow on.
Nice.
But I can't just plop that down over top the entire map. So I'm just gonna try to find a location where I want to build a base and then use those floor tiles to claim floor space from my buildings.
swarm is moving in on our base. They are almost upon us.
Yes, my base is totally built here. These guys can get through it all. Cheaters.
How dare.
Right?
How even dare.
You can at least be hindered by the same things that hinder me. All that for this iron patch. Yuck. Alright, well, let's see. Some palladium right there. That might be a good place. In a good defensible spot, but I don't see a whole lot of other stuff nearby to be excited about. I'm hoping to find a cluster where there's at least 2 or 3 good palladium spots near each other. Maybe a geothermal vent if I'm real lucky, but I doubt I'm going to be that lucky. I don't know if there are even geothermal vents possible in the swamp. Different areas have different likelihoods for those kinds of things. Planet is nuts. God damn iron. I don't want iron. I want palladium. Excuse me, sir. Through.
Warning! My radar is tracking a meteor swarm. Its flight trajectory
Meteors?
is very close to our location.
Not even in the volcanoes anymore. God damn it.
Speaking of the previous conversation with Dogecoin and stuff like that, I just saw an article how Tesla's now allowing people to buy Tesla stuff with Dogecoin now.
Oh man, of course they are. Go figure. Don't have time to take a drink. I'm too busy dodging meteors.
I'm not tracking any more meteors. The danger is over.
Well, that particular danger is over anyway.
Yeah?
Oh, the root of the colony's up there, okay. Part of the reason it super spreads is there's some, like, major roots that cause it to spread beyond the ones I showed you, even bigger ones. So I think I have to get to and destroy those as well. Ah! side of the map from where I am now. So of course it is. Ah, heck, I'm cut off.
Ended up playing a bit more Final Fantasy last night. I'm in Endwalker now.
Oh, cool. First
Yeah.
time you got there?
Yeah. The new expansion got there finally.
Nice. People seem to be really liking it.
Yeah. There was a solo duty you have to do before you get there though.
Ladies.
Or you get to play as different NPCs.
Oh, that's interesting.
A red mage, a black mage, and an astrologian, which is a healer. I suck at healing.
Yeah. You already did the raid from Nier, right?
Not yet.
No?
I have it unlocked, but I haven't done it yet.
I would recommend actually doing a watch of Nier Automata first, if you're interested, so that you understand the context of it better. Because apparently it's canon. The Nier stuff that happens in Final Fantasy XIV is part of Nier canon.
They actually
according to the
had
maker of it, so you know.
they actually had to tell Yoko Taro, it's like, no, we are not going to put a mechanic in the fight where it literally auto wipes the entire party.
Yeah. I mean, other MMOs have done that before. Oh look, somebody
No,
broke the calamari tree.
Like as soon as people get into the raid or whatever, it's like no, we are not going and putting an attack mechanic in there where it auto wipes the entire party. That's
Well, like right at the beginning?
well at all.
Right, but the way you said it sounded like you wanted to do it even right at the start.
Especially right at the start. It's like, no, we're not.
Honestly, if
doing
you're gonna do it, the start would be the best time.
that. Maybe.
Because then you get it out of the way and you haven't really lost anything.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Rawr. I agree. Heck. Careful
Oh,
in
heck.
this area. Don't walk around this section without a scanner ready.
A small piece of comet has entered the atmosphere very
Yeah, I
close
really
to our
don't care about
position.
that.
It looks like it's coming our way.
I suck at playing a healer, but I managed to kind of bumble through.
Healer's
But,
the hardest thing to play, honestly.
And of the healers,
We've calculated
Astrologian
the comet's
is
possible
really
impact
difficult.
location. It's flying
They're
right
probably
above
weird,
us.
eh?
We have to investigate it as soon as it hits the ground.
You give buffs with cards, like tarot cards,
Sounds weird.
and their region healers.
You have to plan ahead a bit.
Yeah. Black Mage was easy because that was actually my first class I played.
Hmm.
And
I like
red
Black Mage.
red,
It's hit the ground.
red mage,
Let's
they
hit it
have
quickly
they
and
have
see
a
what we
heal,
can
but
learn.
they mostly play kind of black magey.
Yeah. I mean, I technically never made it full out Black Mage, but it's the Thaumaturge in general. They were pretty cool.
Yeah. People wear their defense. Their offense is their defense. They literally blow shit up.
Yeah, what's their defense? The enemy dies real quick. That's what.
Yeah. You should not be out DPSing a black mage.
No.
If you are, they need to step it up.
Yeah. If you are, they're fucking up.
Yep.
I feel like I'm chopping my way through a rainforest here with a machete.
As one does.
Yeah.
Those monsters make like old video game sound cries.
Yeah.
Very
Classic
retro.
monster squeal.
Yep, very retro. Very enjoyable.
I think I've skirted around the edge of it for now. Until the edge of it catches up with me. Another batch in there. Oh. Oh. Where are those bomb throws coming from? There you go. Camouflaged in. Giant crystal.
How dare.
This is Final Fantasy.
Come on and fight me fair, dang it.
Seriously. Ow. Ah. Heck. Alright, back to autosave. How long ago was that? Actually, no, when this happened.
Woo!
That's lucky.
Very lucky.
Load game. Yes, I wouldn't want to lose my progress of being dead. I'm definitely going to need a break for a second as soon as I finally find a place to plunk down a base. Ugh. I just haven't found a good spot for one yet. Plus, I need to destroy these roots first.
Oh, they didn't want to go and make it too easy.
Right? But overall, I'm getting pretty close to the end. Like, this is... Getting a base established here is going to be my second to last major project.
Ah.
Once I have the palladium I need, I can start building my portal back to Earth. That'll be a little bit of an undertaking, but at least... Like, this will be the last map I have to explore. Yeah, it's looking... In Final Fantasy, it looks pretty likely that's going to be our next playthrough. Final Fantasy 12 appears to be winning.
Woo!
Which works for me, because I've been kind of in the mood to play it again. I've already played through that game like 3 or 4 times. But it's so fun. Get out of here. I find it interesting that these rock giant guys are not aggressive by default. But if they get damaged, then they come after you. So if they come after me
Well
now,
then.
I saw my stray shots hit him. So I did find a geothermal there, but it was a hidden one. Hidden palladium. Okay. We got a geothermal and we got palladium. And another palladium not super far away. This might be a promising base location. Once we get rid of those roots.
I'm detecting a large group of creatures heading towards our position.
Of course. Why wouldn't they be? And they're coming from the direction I'm going. Naturally.
Yep.
Excuse me, sir? I need Jake in here to give him these guys a proper serving. Stop that. Oh, there's one of the things. See the size of that fucker.
I see that.
Get out of here. You know what? I probably shouldn't spend all this ammo while there's a swarm coming. I'll use this. I've got lots of ammo for this. Maybe he needs a hammer. Yeah. There.
Wonder if we say it enough, he'll actually appear. Jake, get your butt in here. We need your help.
I need you to sass these people for me. They need to be properly sirred. Ah.
Yep.
He is very good at sirring people.
Danger! An aggressive horde has entered the area. It is less than a minute away.
Yeah?
Oh, more palladium. I just can't summon up that tone of voice that he uses for that. It's so good. done yet? Running low on shooty bangs. Whew. I had 73 bullets left. Ooh, shiny. Okay. Back to route quest. I think that's one too. Actually, I don't know. I think that one there is the one. The other one was just a tree equivalent. This bugger here is what I need to kill. Get out of here. Okay. That should stop the global spread. Or, I mean, these medium ones these ones here that create more around them will still exist, but that should stop the creation of new ones of those.
Wind is slowing down. The air is getting dense. A fog is forming up.
Okay. So now, I need to get my base started.
It's hard to see
decided
anything
where
in
to
this
do
fog.
We're going to explore a bit more down this way. Let's figure out whatever this is. Oh. Boo. Carbon. Yuck. I don't need that.
The fog is clearing up.
Not even jerk. Okay. Where's this one? Get out of here, you vagina mouth snail. Nah. Many booms. Yeah, booms. Ugh. Stop giving me carbon and iron nodes. I mean, I like the them in general, but I need other things more right now. Well, I guess I'm not really invested in having anything up in this area. What I want is palladium explosions that I can just pick up and not have be a node.
Mm-hmm.
Right now. In this area. Farther south, I want nodes. health. Okay. Okay, I'll take that too. Ow. Still don't know why those little mini explosions happen. So I don't know how to avoid them. Get roasted. Alien flambe. Twitch seems to be dead tonight. All the stuff I'm cutting down is staying cut down now. That's good. Alright, let's see. No, I'm not finding where that scan is. Let's scoop around this way. So, from here and southwards is probably where the base is going to go. But
Okie dokie.
I want to explore a little bit more around the surroundings so that I can see where I want my borders to go.
Yeah.
Because I want this geothermal event in part of my base. I get a lot of good power from that. There's a new iron source somewhere now. Usually when those comets hit ground, they leave behind an iron node somewhere. Maybe carbon. Okay.
Well, I'm gonna skedaddle out of the voice chat for the moment because my food just got here.
Okay. Enjoy. Let us know what you had.
Yep.
Shrimp tacos. Ooh. Nice. I don't think I've had that. Where'd you get them from? Sounded like it was a delivery. There's some palladium there too. Oh, we need to at least expand it to there at some point. I've had good fish tacos before. I don't think I've ever had shrimp. Interesting idea. Taco nice? Well, straight to the point in the naming, I suppose. Reminds me, we've got a, I think it's a local place that does Korean food here called Nom Nom Kitchen. Very silly name. The food's pretty nice. Ah, ran out. I'm watching my ammo counter. It's rare for me to run out of ammo on the flamethrower. I don't usually use it enough for that. Alright. Clear out the swampland with rockets then. Well, people don't mind shaky screams. Earthquake. Look out, Krend's got a missile launcher. Everybody take cover. Starting to see some of the borders of where I want to build. Okay. Palladium.
Warning! An enemy attack is imminent. We should build stronger defenses around our base.
Or a base. At all. Alright. I don't have a movable mouse pointer on there. Alright. I can't really show you my building plan. I'm just gonna have to actually do it. But I'll have to defend against this attack wave first. No point in building anything. I'm just gonna get interrupted. Sliced up cacti sleeves on the side. Interesting.
Danger! An aggressive horde has entered the area. It is less than a minute away.
Okay, that's taken care of. Alright, now. A little bit more of this stuff to clear out, and then we'll be good to start building. Probably get started at the northern edge of what I want to do already. Since I'm down here already, I just want to get this scouted a bit more. careful in this minefield section.
Warning! I'm detecting intense seismic activity. A strong earthquake is coming.
Not the one I caused. For a change.
The earthquake's epicenter is near our position. It will deal serious damage to all our buildings in that area.
Yes, all those buildings I've made.
The earthquake has stopped. Let's assess the damage.
Okay. Alright. Oh, there's another geothermal here. This is why I want to do a little bit more recon. Goodies.
What did I miss?
A lot of gardening.
Yay, gardening.
Still don't have a base here, but I'm about to start. Finally. Okay. Let's see. Here.
And low snowbutt. And the rest
Shrimp
no.
tacos right now.
Shrimp tacos. Dude.
No, right? Oh, I see. Okay.
But that's to be expected, to be honest.
Lewdness? Or shrimp tacos?
Yes. I've actually discovered how much of a bad influence I have been on snow.
Uh-oh.
Warning! I'm detecting acidic clouds heading our way. We won't be able to construct any buildings while it's raining. We should prepare quickly.
She can't say the phrase, let's be honest, anymore.
Let's be honest.
Yep.
It's starting to rain acid. We won't be able to construct any buildings until it stops.
Okay, it's only localized there, so I can go build somewhere else while that's happening. Like here.
The acid rain is over. Let's get our base back in shape.
It was quick.
Wasn't it?
Those red crystals are pretty.
They are. I believe they are rhodonite. If I remember correctly. That's... or something similar. So you can get rhodonite in the area and it's red. Not sure if it's a crystal. It might be just crystals that have rhodonite in it. Is rhodonite a metal? Or a crystal?
Rhodonite is a pink to red crystal.
Okay, yeah, so they're rhodonite crystals.
They're a member of the pyroxenoid group, actually.
Fire
Why do I know
aliens?
this? Why do I know this?
I don't know. Why do you know most of the stuff you know?
I think I know this because pyroxenoid makes me laugh.
I mean, it is a funny name. Excuse me, I'm building here. Okay. That's all the walls. Yeah, like geothermals. Managed to get 2 geothermal events, which is nice, because they're the only 2 geothermal events I've found on the whole map so far. Luckily, they were near some palladium. Okay, now.
Not enough carbonium.
Oh, damn. Ran out of carbonium pretty fast. Well, I was making some crazy wall segments, so not a big shock.
But if I'm reading this correctly, because I did look it up just because I guess I never looked up what pyroxenoid meant. Just that it was. And I guess that means it has a silica-oxygen ratio of 1 to 3, and the chains are twisted.
You're twisted.
I mean, that's beside the point, but
It is.
apparently that's what the pyroxenoid means.
I see.
And I could actually be pronouncing it wrong, but I mean, I don't think I am. It could also be pyroxenoid.
Maybe. That sounds more like a chemical then.
But pyroxenoid, it just sounds amazing.
It sounds more sci-fi because it makes it sound like they're aliens.
I'll look up how to pronounce it. I'm either going to be very happy or very disappointed.
Who's they?
Me. I said I'm either going to be
Oh,
very...
you. I thought you said they, and I'm like, who?
Ugh, pyroxenoid, damn it. Fuck you, it's pyroxenoid.
There you go.
Feeling this word.
These critters are very noisy.
Not enough carbonium.
Damn it.
I'm detecting a large group of creatures heading towards our position.
From the southwest and southeast, eh? Alright. feeling a lot of my carbonium mines must have run out. Ah. Well then. I was wharfing so much flamen earlier that I ran out of flamen.
Oh.
The area. It is less than a minute away.
Danger, danger. High voltage. Alright, time to be ready for attack. Actually, let's scan a little bit. Make sure I got rid of just the minefield. Miniguns are putting in some work again. Plus my own. There we go. That went smoothly. See what I'm doing right now, Kai? You missed a lot of this. Chopping down the fungal wastes. Okay. Now to start mining the palladium. Oop. Alright, you know what? Got some spare power. Let's synthesize some carbon. So why not? All right. If I expand the base a little bit, I can get one more deposit, but I'll have to expand it quite a lot. All right, we got 8,000 there. We got 10,000 down there. That's probably enough. We are fine. I can always come back later if I really need to. Oh yeah. Build the actual outpost building. You know what? We can generate a bit of extra power as well. Gas filtering plant.
Outpost construction finished. We should construct rare element mines on the palladium deposits near our base and
You
start
really?
mining the resource.
You think?
Rare element mines consume a lot of power. There's a natural abundance of refinable sludge in this biome. We could easily power our base with gas power plants.
You think?
That is a good idea. Do
almost
not
like that's
forget to
exactly what I'm
secure
building
our
right now.
outpost with advanced defense towers. Setting up a few short-range radar stations would also be advised. They can monitor the growth of acidic yeast colonies.
Alright, so let's see. Anyways, so that's producing
Is this
200 sludge, and that upkeep. Okay, that can do 100, so I need to double these up. And gas power plant. How much? It's producing 75.
And I am the third.
and
Hello.
What I like about this taco place is if you want to order one taco,
Hold on, you're cutting out a lot. I can't tell what you're saying.
better.
There
Yes.
you go.
Microphone was wandering again.
That'll do
silly
it.
microphone walking away.
Yeah, no. What I like about this taco place is if you only want one taco, you can just order one taco.
What I like about it is that it's nice.
I would advise against just getting one taco though.
Yeah. Actually, I heard there was some sort of weird thing that could be gotten from Taco Bell where you have some kind of subscription.
First time I've heard of that.
Like Taco Bell has like a subscription thing for $10 a month. You get one taco every day, which is a great price for that. But who goes to Taco Bell just to get one taco and then leave? Right?
I mean,
I guess
knew
is their plan. They're tricking you into getting multiple things. Like, all right, well, if you're getting a taco, you might as well get something else, right?
Right. The taco becomes a lost leader.
Yes, that's the term. The taco subscription is a lost leader.
I knew a guy that literally went to Wendy's and ordered one chicken nugget.
Yeah. And they said, "Sir, please leave my store." Alright, so let's see. That's producing 200 sludge. We're using 100 each. Okay, that's right. And they're producing... Oh wait, that's...
Warning! I'm
These
detecting an
plants is
intense
not updated.
ion storm coming our way, due to a recent coronal mass ejection on Galatea's sun. It may disable some of our equipment.
I simply built a bunch of stuff level 1 instead of level 3. How silly of me.
The ion storm is disabling our equipment.
Also, one taco a day. I wonder if they let you... I mean, they probably don't, but I wonder if they would let you, like, bank that, so you could be like, just show up once a week and claim 7 tacos at a time. Probably not, though. That's probably the scam. Like, if you want to get your value out of this deal, you have to show up there every single day all month to claim your taco.
Is
And that's probably where they get you. I would imagine.
maybe.
Oh, hey.
Research completed.
Got it. More advanced missiles.
A very interesting picture.
Hmm?
Oh, there was discussion about
Crafting complete.
Jesus's face found in Antarctica.
Mhm.
And it's been a while since I've actually looked at the guy who reported on it, his website. And I'm looking at one of the things that he did. He apparently, or he claims, what he thinks he's found is a legend. It's a moon legend. Supposedly somebody
The number of charged particles has drastically
hacked
decreased. Equipment
into
functioning is
NASA
returning
back
to
in
normal.
forever ago about an alien base that was found on the moon, and they deployed like 1,000 U.S. Marines to it to look into it. And this is the city that has been called Luna. And what he's found here is a picture of a crater. But craters typically go in, like it's a hole.
Mm-hmm.
And this definitely is a hole, but there's something at the center of it that is very much not a hole. It's a dome. And it appears to be reflective. And I'm looking at a picture that came from NASA that has this. It's, again, I'm not saying that he's right, but that's a weird picture.
Oh, can I see?
Yeah, let me crop it a little bit,
Not
because
enough
we don't need the
carbonium.
whole picture of the moon here.
Not enough carbonium.
All of the moon.
Mhm.
Sometimes these websites are just fun to browse, just to see these weird, obscure pictures that nobody really sees otherwise, even though they're public access.
Mm-hmm.
I sent you a picture. It's pretty obvious which crater I'm talking about, though. Like, that's... It's obviously a crater, but there's something poking out of it. Going in the wrong direction. It's weird.
It is weird.
Okay. What are you doing here, you little thing? Seriously.
Just
Right?
playing my video game. That's all. Oh,
That
you probably
is
meant
good.
Momo. Or Taru.
Yes. No, I was looking at the picture. That is weird.
That's not how craters look.
Very interesting that these pictures are coming out right around the time that NASA's hiring tons of different priests, huh?
Wait, what?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I didn't get a chance to run that past you, Snow. Out of freaking nowhere, NASA has hired more than 20 religious figures from
And not
multiple
just from
religions.
one priest, like run religion, yeah.
Yeah, from multiple religions for no apparent reason. Now, they are a military institution, and the military does have clergy for, morale reasons, and they have clergy from various religions for the same reason. I actually used to know a guy who was in the Navy, and he was part of a Yellow Coven, so they cover everything. And what's interesting, though, is that NASA would be hiring so many of them so quickly right now. And without jumping to too many conclusions, I can really only think of one thing that makes any sense at all. And that is, what is the best way to get a world, a collection of people with various different beliefs, to accept something that is so far beyond their typical day-to-day without freaking them out entirely, than to inform the religious leaders of this world that we are not alone in this universe, and we have proof of this now. If you have a world of people with different beliefs, the best way to keep them calm is to have leaders from those beliefs tell them that everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
And it's the only thing that makes any fucking sense to me at all, why they would be hiring so many clergy members.
I mean, I'm looking forward to joining the Galactic Federation.
Like, I could very well be wrong, but, you know,
It's an exciting idea, though, isn't it?
It is an exciting idea. Like, I was telling Kren earlier, like, I firmly believe that we're not the only beings in this universe. It's too fucking big. Mathematically, it doesn't make any sense. But how interesting would it be for them to actually finally say, yeah, this is no longer just a mathematical fact. We have evidence of it.
By the way, meet Zorpal.
Right? Yeah, like, just for the sake of having a bit of a conversation on it, you know, what reasons could you think of for a scientific military institution like NASA to suddenly, out of the blue, hire a fuck ton of clergy?
Yeah, that is real weird.
And, like, this wasn't over a period of time, either. This was, like, overnight. There were 20 new...
And that's...
more than 20 new clergy
that's part of the weirdest thing, too. Like, this is obviously a panic reaction of some sort.
Like, on NASA payroll.
This is like, oh shit, we need this, and we need this right now.
Yeah, like, we've discovered this, and we can't keep this secret, kind of thing. Like, it's too big, somebody's going to notice this, and we need to act first. Is what
it feels like that.
Does. It definitely does.
Kind of exciting, honestly.
I don't recall anything like that, sis, but I do know that, I do know that... Here's a fascinating little factoid about, the bubble there. Commonly translated as the meek will inherit the earth, that's not what that means. That's not what that actually translates into. And it translates very interestingly. It actually translates into the meek shall inherit worlds.
A hostile swarm is moving in on our base. They are
Plural.
almost upon us.
So I'm suddenly realizing now that I forgot to declare the break I was going to declare earlier, but oh well, screw it.
Like, I find that a little bit fascinating. That even biblically, it's like, oh yeah, fuck yeah, there's no fucking way you're the only ones out there.
And that's almost the weirdest part, in a way. Why would the Bible be about that? Unless that article was right all along. Right? Zorpol is Jesus. Or at least the figure that we mistook for Jesus.
Here's a curious thought. The truth of the Bible lies somewhere between what's written in the Bible and Battlestar Galactica. Which for
you keep your murder robots out of here.
Which, for the uninitiated into that particular piece of lore, the Earth was seeded by an ancient race of aliens that were being hunted to extinction by murder robots.
I mean, I think that's way more likely than what religions are actually saying.
Like,
if humanity had creators, it was probably some more advanced species somewhere else.
Like, imagine it being somewhere between the two. And that the holy texts that we're familiar with, especially considering that they have so much in common with each other, they were left here as a guide by this seeding culture. And they gave us so many, so there would be
probably all
diversity.
various mistranslations of what was actually left.
Or even maybe we were given variations of the same story to give diversity of culture. Even that would be a fascinating thought. Like, shit, they had, you know, they took the last of their best writers, and they came up with all of these slightly different stories to create diversity in belief systems on this new planet.
I don't see why they would want to do that, though. I feel like it's more likely that some of their own stuff that was left behind, and we just misinterpreted the fuck out of it in 10 different ways.
Well, I mean, diversity leads to individuality, and they certainly didn't want...
Yeah, individuality happens on its own.
Well, to a point. To a point.
The only time it doesn't is when it's interfered with by somebody enforcing stricture.
Wind is slowing down. The air is
Fair.
getting dense. A fog
But
is
if you
forming.
have more diverse belief systems, then you have less of a chance for singular groups of people to control literal worlds
It's hard to see
with
anything in this
stricture.
fog.
Yeah?
So I can kind of see the logic in doing it that way. No, it's just
half of the palladium that we need to finish constructing.
I know that this guy's a little bit of a nutter, but
some
of this is very interesting.
Amongst the local fauna.
And it breeds interesting
The attacks
conversation,
against our
which is the
outposts
best
are
thing.
increasing in strength and numbers.
Yeah.
We should build
Yep.
up more advanced defensive towers to protect our base. Acidic yeast is also creeping up from all directions. This area is very rich in resources, so we can establish additional mining bases if we need to expand our economy.
Yeah, thanks, thanks there,
The
Captain
fog
Obvious.
is clearing up. This will make things easier for us.
Yeah, I am making a lot of power income here now. This is nice. I'm getting a lot more synthesis going on. Okay, back to the project I was about to start when the attack came along, which was expanding my base southward. Now that I have lots of lots of power, I can make lots more towers. Speaking of which, I'll need more of these. Good there. Look at this cheeky bastard is sitting here. Alright, let's see. Best thing about the power I'm generating here is it's completely weather event independent.
Oh,
Like it's geothermal vents and gas from the acid pools. It doesn't matter what the weather does; it's not going to affect. The sun doesn't matter. The wind doesn't matter. It'll be a consistent amount of power all the time. Which is very nice. And I get 2 more palladium deposits.
Yay!
Alright, I'm gonna run power out here.
No. Check that out from that timestamp. Ain't that weird?
Very.
To quote Star Wars, that's no moon.
Oh, it is not.
That was January 12th, for the record.
A couple of days ago. Of this year,
Literally.
correct?
Yeah,
Oh,
again,
goodness.
I no idea what the fuck it is, but that's
Want to
no
describe
moon.
that for those of us who can't see it?
I'm detecting a decrease in wind
So,
speed. This may affect
There
our
are
wind turbines.
live streams that come off of the ISS.
Yeah.
And you can watch these basically whenever, NASA decides to leave an uplink. And there's the stream off of the
The wind is
ISS,
very slow today.
and
Wind
it's
turbine efficiency
watching,
is not going to be that great.
over the ISS and the Earth. And you see up over the curvature of the Earth this spherical shape rising up and then disappearing.
Weird. From where?
From behind the Earth.
Oh.
But it's not the moon. It's very obviously not the moon. Now, it could be a SpaceX capsule, it could be any number of things, but based on where it was a lot bigger than a SpaceX capsule. Thing's fucking huge. It's bigger than the ISS. At least it appears to be. But it's no moon.
Also, yeah, Raze, I understand what you're saying there, by the way.
I'm just fascinated by some of the shit that he's found now. This is kind of cool. I sent timestamped video to you. It has music, so watch it after, but...
Will do.
Wind is
Why
picking
do
up
these
again.
critters dying sound like freaking drunk seals?
Question. They're like seal dogs or something.
I guess.
I think it's these things running around that are just getting caught up and stuff. do make some pretty odd noises.
Yeah.
I like how these guys are like angler fish, but walking around on land.
What you do?
Yeah, sure, why not? Eee. Palladium explosion.
Wait, they have bees in space?
What?
Sounds like you said bees. It's like, what? They have bees in space?
How did you get bees out of palladium explosion?
Howdy doodly, everybody!
I think you
Oh my
said before,
God.
and hi, Toaster.
Pizza toast.
How's everyone doing?
Hi.
Not
Dude.
bad, not bad.
That's good to hear.
Hey Toaster, did you know that there's a YouTube channel called Disguised Toast?
I'm detecting a massive swarm of creatures.
There
I mean,
is.
I was good.
Outpost.
I don't really know
it's
anything about it,
YouTube.
but it exists.
Strengthen our defenses as much as possible.
You don't need to know that there's a channel of it. You just need to know that if there's a name, there's possibly a channel for it. The more
Yeah.
common the
mining
more
operation
common the
must be
name, the
disturbing
higher
them.
the chance.
We're going to need advanced defense towers to repel these creatures. Also,
guy's
let's not forget
toast.
about setting up minefields on the critical paths toward our outposts.
It's got a very dapper mustache too, that Toast.
Oh, finally my ankle's healed.
Good, good. Also, you know what? I'm going to save my game again because I'm getting a 5-minute warning attack. This one's gonna be a biggin'. That's what she said.
It's gonna be this big!
Oh my. You know what? I'm going to, I think, triple up my walls. I've got the strongest level of walls available, and I'm going to make it 3 units thick, ladies.
So, that's 10 layers of thickness.
More like 9, but sure. I don't know if they can, if they'll actually attack through the sludge, but I'll put them all there anyway.
Just in case. You never know.
Don't want those, some buggers sneaking in. I mean, this particular attack's going to be coming in from the north, but I'm just preparing in general.
Raze, I will watch what you just sent me later. Yeah, no, I was doing something at work and climbing some of those plastic portable steps. You know, the hollowed out ones, the ones that had like no support on the inside. They're just like a plastic shell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I climbed up on them. Yeah, I hate them. So I climbed up on them, got onto the machine. I was changing out a roll. I was climbing back down and landed on my foot wrong, so I accidentally sprained it.
Oops.
Oof.
Man, life's annoying. Like the most innocuous, random thing you do can injure you.
Yeah. It's I'm glad I had a chair.
Yeah.
Although the saddest part is, out of the entire day, that was the most exciting part.
Well, exciting doesn't always mean good, right?
It doesn't.
No.
I was sitting down next to a machine for 8 hours.
It does sound boring.
Oh, trust me, I fell asleep at one point.
Don't blame you.
Yeah.
It's like, you cannot sleep on the floor. Be 5 minutes into this boring thing.
Watch me.
All I have to do is make sure the parts are running good. They were supposed to put me on a... they were supposed to have me run 3 machines all at once. However, apparently they forgot I was on those machines, threw a partner onto me, had me and the partner just take 3 machines. I go over there, 1 machine's down because of a lot of issues. That maintenance didn't want to touch it. So, I'm just sitting at one machine, the other person's sitting at the other, and we're just chilling.
And you're like, well, here we are. Exciting day.
Felt like a security guard at, I don't know, Jurassic Park before the whole dinosaur incident. Nothing really to do.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Let's...
God, now I go for some donuts.
Need a door there. Can afford to make more iron.
Not
Oh,
enough
you actually have to
carbon.
build forges to make more iron?
Yeah, I could just make
I can
carbon and
sense the
iron
ground shaking.
out of
I
power.
estimate a few thousand
But it
creatures
costs a lot of
living
power,
at
but I'm
base.
making a lot of power
They
here in
are very
space, so...
close. Prepare yourself, Ashley.
I didn't know this was,
All the preparations
Full
have been
Metal
done.
Alchemist
Let's
in the
go out
future.
and meet them.
I mean, I
Equivalent fate.
haven't seen any dog girls, so maybe not.
Too soon.
Give me 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Too soon. It's been how many years?
Doesn't
I
matter how many.
haven't
years,
even seen the
it's
show, but I
always
know
too
about
soon.
that from... It's hard to avoid that.
It's always too soon.
You know what?
Taking down more turrets.
Let's make some artillery.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's also the one time where, if Alphonse was not so just kind that it would have been a bloodbath. Genuinely, one of the few genuine times that if Alphonse was not so kind at heart, it would have been a bloodbath.
I'm not gonna lie. I was actually surprised. I was actually surprised to see one guy defending his that one guy's actions, though.
And?
Not in the show. Not in the show. Some guy on TikTok just defending his actions. Like, you're not wrong, but at the same time,
Defending his actions in the character in the show, or?
Yeah, like what was it? He said if you want Neko Girls, you're gonna need a few of these before you can master one of these.
That's not entirely true.
No.
Genetics a thing. Hopefully. But if you want fast results...
So kind at cold metallic heart, yes. Exactly, sis.
When you want instant results... Can we not do instant results, but take, the time? I don't think that's an option at this point.
Oh shit.
I can barely tell what is going on.
Me either. I see some shots are getting into my base though.
That I did see. What do you want?
My blood.
Hey, summon someone.
Hey, Luca.
Hey!
Holy shit! Good bitch.
How's it going?
It's going.
Woo!
What a mess.
There's so many!
Well, we knew this was going to be a huge attack, but holy shit, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah?
When you said huge, you underestimated the word huge. You should have used Titanic. The
Yeah.
iceberg hit the Titanic sort of reference.
I mean, that's kind of what's happening.
This is like shit hit the fan. We need to go real mode real quick. How many are there?
We'll know that this is getting close to an end when the processor starts speeding back up again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've broken through the
Fecal
north
matter.
wall, though. I see some of them inside.
Yeah, I see that too.
The fecal matter hath struck the impeller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is almost as bad as flying a biplane into an AA gun field.
That'd be bad.
It could definitely be a little bit spicy.
Please remind me why we're doing here, what we're doing here, sir. I don't know.
Currently attempting to survive.
Are you being attacked by a shitload of, like, blob monsters?
Yep, that's some of it. Everything that lives in this swamp is angry at me right now.
Shrek Army has commanded his units. There goes Luca.
Luca would disapprove
Ah.
with the interwebs.
I got deaded.
Oof.
Thankfully, I have my outpost built so I can respawn.
Yay.
Alright, round two, motherfuckers.
Yeah?
I felt like 3 walls was not enough.
It really wasn't. What I needed was more long-range options. Probably I could use some heavy artillery actually, but oh well.
Work on defenses? After this hell of a shit show's over with?
Yep. Well, let's put it this way: they gave me 5 minutes ahead warning to prepare myself for this.
Large groups of creatures in the vicinity of our base.
I still lost some stuff.
The attack.
We've defended our outposts against hordes of acid-spitting monsters, giant snails, underground death beetles, and all-devouring yeast. I call it a day.
The thing I'm most annoyed about is
Ashley,
they killed my
we have gathered
geothermal
enough
vent. Those are
palladium
expensive.
To construct the hyperparticle condenser. We should return to HQ.
At least the level 3
to
one
start
is.
the construction process.
Okay.
Are those balloons there in the
An
sky
excellent
good or
idea.
bad?
This outpost
Neutral.
will remain here as a permanent base of operations.
Okay.
We can even build up more mines and factories here to
I wonder where
boost our
Luca
economy.
went.
All of the resources
Probably
that are
lost his
produced in this
connection.
location will be automatically
Oh, does that
transferred
happen with
to
him a lot?
HQ, as
No,
long as
but
the orbital
it seemed
scanner
very
is
sudden
operational.
and apropos of
Long-distance
nothing,
rift travel
so
and resource transportation
I'm assuming
are
he
not
didn't mean
possible
to.
without it.
Well, I wish him the. Well, I hope he gets his internet back soon. And tell his company to go screw themselves again. No, wait, that's me.
That's a lot of people.
No, I'm usually nice to them because I know how they get all these frickin' calls of at some point.
It's true. It's also important to remember
God.
that the person you're talking to on the phone is just some low-level peon that's not... probably can't directly do anything, and certainly isn't at fault for whatever's happened to you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Another reason. Yeah, like another reason why I don't really like yell at them a lot is because they get the same calls too of how they get yelled at
Yeah.
by like other people. I wanted my internet connection to be instant. I wanted me. God, the amount of times. I mean, once I told, so I basically was like, "Yeah, I bet you guys get calls like that all the time. Where's my internet? Why did it not hooked up instantly? Me. I actually made someone laugh because of that too.
Truly, you have captured the heart and essence of the situation. Alright, well, I'll need to rebuild... If something like that happens again, I'll have to rebuild bigger than I have, but this rebuilding will cover standard levels of defense, at least. Imagine your neck popping so loudly it scares you.
I've had that
That would be
happen.
weird.
You don't know me.
Alright.
Actually, you do know me. Just not in real life.
No, I'm just reacting to what Ray's said in chat.
Oh.
Why am I... Oh, I'm down on power because geothermal only just finished rebuilding, that's why. This puppy is bringing in 800 energy. It's pretty nice.
So is that level 3 or?
Yeah, that's what the 3 means.
Oh, okay, so
And
each...
these guys here are Armory's level 4, which is what builds
The
ammo
ground
for my
is
mech.
shaking. It looks like an earthquake is coming.
Huh.
So my guns
Oh,
will recharge
God.
ammo faster than they have been previously. Okay. I think everything's good to go here.
The earthquake is over. It looks like it unearthed an object near its
Oh.
epicenter.
I'm gonna go look at that. Oh, hold on. There's a hole in the wall here.
Anybody remember that TV show?
That TV show? Yeah, that TV show's my favorite.
The hole in the wall?
No. I don't remember that.
I remember it because I think it was on Cartoon Network at the time? Or was it Nickelodeon? I can't remember exactly which station it was on. But it was stupid.
Yeah, I love the origin of the term Nickelodeon.
Which is?
So, you know how the first sort of animated videos were like flip cards or something along those lines?
Yeah.
Well, it used to be that those kinds of things were only available in like these little things that you'd look through like a viewfinder in it and you'd give it a nickel. And typically it involves some sort of scantily clad woman dancing.
Oh, Nickelodeon.
Yes, exactly.
I see.
So Nickelodeons.
Because Odeon is like cinema.
So, those things, which were, at the time, that was basically porn, right? Consider that they named a child-centric, network
After porn.
early porn.
That's great.
Porn inspires such things. That is actually funny. One of the most popular stations that is watched by, what, millions? Is just named after porn. Back in the day.
Basically.
Yep, basically, yeah.
Honestly, that's the first thing that blew my mind in a long while.
Yeah, I love that little factoid.
That is pretty amusing. Alright, clean up the save files a little bit there. Okay. So that's pretty much done. I think we are ready to go into the end game tomorrow.
Yay.
Wait, we're becoming adventurers now?
Yeah. I'm not going to push ahead tonight because I think I might have to go another hour or so to finish the game, maybe 2. But we should be able to finish it tomorrow.
Ah.
Alright,
Yay.
I'll begin raid tonight.
Taru, yes, they
being-
can hear you. Shut up.
Dibs on being Thanos.
Alright, who wants to be Tony Stark's genius 5-year-old daughter? God, she was cute, though. Little muffin. Alright, I think we are going to raid Jake. He's playing the Forgotten City, which I haven't seen in action yet. Let's go say hello to Jake.
Oh.
Could have had him around earlier to stir things.
Oh yeah, this swamp needed a good solid sirring many times. And he is the man for that job, as we know. Alright.
Sitting and watching Nickelodeon in the living room.
Yeah.
That's funny if you think about it. I love it.
That's glorious. Alright, thanks for hanging out, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Let's wrap this game up tomorrow.
Here
we go raid time. Good night, everybody.
Night.
Night.
Yeah.